Well, I was asked at one stage if there's any dogs or cats or animals involved in the healing process at Harmony Hall. And I was just, as I was trying to find a place to sit down and, tune in for this Christmas party, there wasn't room for me anywhere. There's three cats just here, and now I've got Don Juan as well on board, and Cupid will probably be in a minute. The only one who isn't on the couch is Windy, but then he is a 16-1 racehorse, so 16 hands high. That would be serious cluttering up of space, surely. Oh, oh Lord! so, yeah, I do the Healing from Harmony Hall show, and I love it. Do lots of distance healing and tuning into the different energy fields: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, Gaiic. The Gaia field is our relationship to the land and to Mother Earth, and then the etheric, which is an energy field which stretches sort of 10 meters to each side of you. You can imagine what happens in that field for you every day of the week if you think just even when you're on the bus or at work or even your family. So it's not just your own energy you're always dealing with, it's everybody's. Which might sound a little bit daunting, but it's interesting. And so basically, it's been a brilliant learning curve for me, dealing with lots of other. Well, I've enjoyed the conference calls as much as anything else, and the interviews. Just a chance to talk to other. I suppose they're kind of called light workers, technically. People who are already very conscious, very aware, uh, focused on healing, on bringing a bit more resonance into the world, and healing where we can, and and all that carry on. So yeah, so being extremely Christmassy this time with the house. Well, I have to say, that unfortunately, the decorations are missing in action. There's been lots of work done to Harmony Hall over the course of the year, and obviously, at some point, I must have thrown them out. But anyway, I've got fairy lights and I've got a painting of my original Christmas tree, so we'll call it a success. But yeah, the plans for next year are retreats, sort of around the 21st of February, the 25th of March, the 25th of April, and then earlier in May, June, July. And I run retreats, basically a full energy clearing, vegan detox, really into animal rights. And I suppose my vision for 2014 would be very environmental orientated, definitely bring into production the 0 point energy machine, no more of this ludicrous cables and electromagnetic charge. God, I spent the last 10 years clearing it. It seems a pity to put up massive pylons at the length and breadth of the country here in Ireland and or anywhere else when there's perfectly good technology available. Animal rights, obviously, I'd love the whole world to go vegan and be delighted about it. And one of my healings is to always clear the negative point of attraction. So when I asked myself, do I believe that the world could be vegan, everybody on the planet could be vegan, and be delighted about it? I actually didn't believe that was possible at all. I must have deep down thought that was too big a compromise, or people love the way they've done things, or they love meat, or whatever their reasoning is. So I basically just worked from the outside in. I said, okay, let's clear my disbelief that it's possible. So I got it up to 100%, and also cleared any repercussions, because something else that always comes at me is, there wouldn't be so many animals if they weren't making somebody a profit, and so but there's always a way. Mother Nature and the universe, the infinite organizing power of nature, can arrange it that everybody has enough to eat and that everybody is cared for and loved, and that be as animal or vegetable or mineral. So that's one of my ways through is to just clear what am I doing personally that is holding a negative outcome in place for people. And you'd be amazed, if you worry about someone, that is holding a negative outcome in mind for them. So just keep building on your self-awareness. That's what I'm trying to put across, and I've had some amazing people to help me with that process by sharing their understanding and their knowledge with me on the show and generally in my clearing. And also remember that everyone you meet is a reflection of yourself. So everything you hear from me, it might sound a bit familiar, something that's half occurred to you before or totally occurred to you before. I'm just that part of yourself, that part of your memory showing up for you to hear it afresh. So it's enjoyable, and I hope that everyone has an amazingly happy Christmas, and with lots of goodwill and peace in your respective households, and plenty of food and presents and everything else you could wish for. And I look forward to talking to you all again in the new year. And I was also asked, about my memories or something, some way to get to know me. I don't know, as an introduction, as a new host on the Creating Calm Network. I'm trying to think. I suppose the main thing about me is I am insanely positive. I want to be a 100% conscious participation in the world. And so what that means is taking total responsibility for everything, every word that I put out there, every thought that I put out there. And so that's what I'm about. I'm quite determined. I'm quite musical. I think it is music that makes the world go round, and love. So those two are sort of specialities of mine. But happy Christmas, everybody, and thanks a lot for listening in.